Barberi.
I was a member of the alphabetical ghetto that sat in the back of the classroom. People at the end of the alphabet grow up accepting the fact
That everybody else comes first.
me
And Weathers.
And Wozniacki. And Zam Barberi.
sat so far back in the classroom that the whiteboard was only a vague rumor to us. But within a short time, we became adept to reading the inflection
Of those far-off sounds.
sensing instantly when danger was looming. Danger meant simply being called on.
Kids in the front of the classroom would never understand the true meaning of danger.
Ace test takers all, they love nothing more than to display their immense knowledge by waving their hands frantically.
Even before the question was asked.
We, in the back of the classroom, tried a rockier path.
Each of us developed his own methods of survival.
Tall Harold Weathers could sweat at will, surrounding himself with a faint haze so that
The teacher could never quite see him in focus.
Wozniacki hid behind books.
And as for Zam Barberi,
a strict Catholic.
he sat so far behind even us that he spent his entire school career jammed up against the cabinet in the back of the classroom. Z-A-M-B-A-R-B-I-E-R-I.
May the Almighty and merciful Lord grant me remissions of my sins.
Another and possibly most important tactic of classroom survival was thought control.
when danger looms.
It is necessary to repeat silently
with intense concentration.
the hypnotic command. Don't call on me, don't call on me, don't call on me, don't call on me. Sending out invisible waves of powerful thought energy until
The teacher's mind is mysteriously clouded.
another and possibly most important tactic of classroom survival was the cute look. Years passed, and finally the big day came. We were free, and in September we would become full-fledged high school kids. Guys in high school had always seemed remote.
Godlike creatures with huge biceps. In every room with swag.
I couldn't wait, pawing at the chute, anxious to begin my glorious career of learning. No more would I fake my way. A new era was about to begin. Great staircases with rivers of kids streamed in all directions. For the first time I smelled that indescribable high school building aroma, a fragrance made up of thousands of bodies, floor wax, Sharpies, leftover tuna fish sandwich, disinfectant from the johns, and fermenting jock straps from the gym. Thundering along through the hall with the mob, I suddenly felt so alone, and I only had a minute to make it. But then, just in time, room 127 filled with a herd of spindly little freshmen, and
Charles!
Harold, Wozniacki, Weathers, my old gang, even poor old Zam Barberi. I wouldn't have to go through it alone.
Charles giggled until he saw.
At the same moment I
A
did.
squat, square man standing motionless at the whiteboard.
He wore a dark, boxy suit that looked like it was made of black sandpaper.
The bell rang and the door closed behind us.
All right, class, let's get organized. We sit alphabetically in my room. A's up front to the right. Get moving.
I trudged behind Wozniacki and Weathers towards the dim recesses in the back of the classroom.
My name is Mr. Pittenger. If you work in this class, you will have no trouble. If you do not work in this class, I promise you nothing.
I leaned forward on my desk, scribbling madly into my notebook. Class, my name is Mr. Pittenger. If you work in this class, you have no troubles. If you don't, I promise you nothing. I figured if I wrote everything down, I would have no troubles. Every classroom of my life had been filled with girls who always ended up on the honor roll and always wrote mysterious notebooks. So I took no chances. I figured I'd write everything.
subject of the following course.
Algebra? What the heck is algebra?
If x equals 5 and y equals 2, what does x plus y times z to the 4th power divided by 7.5 equal?
Black fear seized my vitals. How could you add X's and Y's? I had enough troubles with 9s and 7s. The class wasn't 30 seconds old, and I was already 6 weeks behind. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw that.
Charlie hunched lower and began to emit a high, thin, whimpering sound. Harold Weathers began to emit a thin spray of sweat.
And from behind me, I could hear the faint click of Sam Barberry's rosary.
But no, my dear, we're
I was sending out high voltage thought rays. Don't call on me, don't call on me, don't call on me, don't call on us! After this, for the first time in high school, I had run into something completely unlearnable. And there was no way to fake it.
No way to fake it.
Oh no! That night, sleep did not come easy. In fact, it was only the first of many storm-tossed nights to come. As by algebra class, my terror grew. I marched with leaden feet and quaking bowels into
Mr. Pittinger's torture chamber.
By the 6th week of school, I knew that after all these years of dodging and grinning, I was going to fail. My own scarlet letter branded on my forehead. F for failure. Months passed, and the first signs of spring began to appear. Lawns were being watered. Birds twittered. And buds unfurled.
But men on death row are impervious to signs of life reborn.
The only sign I noticed of a new season was Pittinger changing from a heavy, scratchy black suit.
To a lighter weight, scratchy black suit.
Pittinger informed us that
The final exam would be given on Friday of the following week.
2 days before the exam, the aces were already in their seats, laughing merrily.
Hands waving.
As Pittinger fired question after question at the class.
Glancing at my Mickey Mouse watch, I noted with deep relief that less than 2 minutes remained. It was then that I made my fatal mistake.
He lost his...
Oh my gosh, he lost his concentration.
Yes, on this fateful Thursday, lulled by the sun, my mind slowly drifted off into a golden haze. Out of the faint distance, I heard the faint honking of disaster. For a stunned split second, I thought I'd been jabbed with an electric cattle prod. Pittinger's voice
Loud and
was
commanding.
pronouncing my name.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh! With only a minute to go.
He had nailed it.
Charles bleated a high, quavering cry.
A great bottle was forming around Harold Weathers.
It wasn't all sweat.
Come to the board, please, and give the value of C in this equation.
I stared at the first equation I had ever seen up close. It was well over 1.5 yards long. Crooked lines, parentheses, X's and Y's. And at the very end of this unholy mess was that tiny equal sign. And on the other side was a
0.
0.
All this crap adds up to nothing?
At last I nailed the little twerp.
The entire mob,
Was grinning happily.
With joyous amusement at his embarrassment.
It was one of the truly educational moments of my life. When true disaster strikes, we have no friends.
And there's nothing a phony loves more in this world than to see another phony get what's coming to him.
The equation blurred before my eyes. C. What does a C look like? Or an A? Or a B? I had forgotten the entire alphabet.
Well, we're waiting.
But then, from somewhere deep beyond the blue horizon, it came to me out of the mist. I heard my own voice say firmly with decision, C is equal to 3.
How did you know?
The class was in an uproar.
He walked on water.
Hallelujah!
legend had been born. That afternoon, as I sauntered home from school, admiring clusters of girls pointed out, I nodded coolly to my fans.
You phony jerk! You stunt!
Inevitably, those of us who are gifted must leave those less fortunate behind in the race of life. The next morning, I swaggered into algebra class with head held high. Hi, Pitt, I said with a casual flip of the hand.
We abstract mathematicians have an unspoken bond.
After class, Pittinger asked me to stay for a few moments.
Look, it would be pointless for you to take this little test of ours. How would you like to help me grade papers instead?
Gosh, Pitt, I mean, I was really looking forward to taking it, but if you really need me, I'd be glad to help. The following afternoon, we graded the papers of the class.
They showed no mercy.
After all, algebra is an absolute science.
Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get a choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance.
This is a test! Test. The very word strikes terror into the hearts of students everywhere.
From those first innocent days of elementary school to those final college exams.
We've all felt the anxiety.
The doubt.
The dread. And this is a test. Author Stephen Gray gets inside the head of high school student Alan Leffenfeld to show how a test can make us doubt more than just the contents of our brain. This is a test by Stephen Gray.
This is a test! For the next 60 minutes, this classroom will conduct a test of your emergency information retrieval system. Remember, this is only a test.
I shouldn't have stayed up all last night. I don't feel good. You're gonna get an A. No, I should have slept. I told you a little sleep is worse than no sleep. For you, maybe. You do this all the time. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done it. You did the right thing. I didn't work. I don't know anything. I have to study some more. Relax. Sorry, I must have told him of Egypt in the 12th century.
No, stop it. It's too late to study now. You either know it or you don't. Best thing you can do now is just relax.
I can't. I don't know anything. Nothing stuck with me. You know what I learned last night? I learned last night that the Battle of Hastings happened in 1066. And I also learned that Thomas Edison's middle name is Alva. Other than that, I'm complete.
No, you're not.
Evan wouldn't have done this.
What does Evan have to do with this?
He has the best grades in the class, and he didn't stay up all last night.
Who cares?
He's gonna get a better grade than I am, and he didn't have you calling him every half hour to say, "Are you still awake? Are you still awake?" "Yes, Larry, I'm still awake!"
Calm down.
I'm sorry, it's all that caffeine, it makes me nervous.
I know.
I'll lose my concentration.
Me too.
I'll lose my concentration.
Don't worry.
I have to study some more.
No, stop. Trust me. Just think about something else. Are you thinking about something else?
Yes.
This is a pen. Oh, what? A pen. Oh, what? A pen. Oh, a pen. What's
This
the matter?
is a shoe. It's that drum
what?
exercise I did yesterday.
Oh, what? A shoe.
It's stuck in my
Oh,
head.
Well, think about something else.
I can't.
Good morning. I hope we're all well rested and ready to go.
Oh,
I know I am.
This
It may
is a
help if you
shirt.
don't think of this as a
what?
test as you
shirt.
think of it
A
as
what? A
your
shirt.
future.
Oh, a
Your
shirt.
future in
This is a
58
cup.
minutes.
Oh,
Ah!
Any last questions?
What's Thomas Edison's middle name?
Alva, but don't worry, that won't be on the test. Anything else? All right then, let's get going.
Section 1, multiple choice. Question 1. In what year was the Battle of Hastings?
I know this one.
A, 1062.
No.
B, 1063.
No.
C, 1064.
No.
D, 1065.
No.
E, 1067.
Yeah. What? What happened in 1066?
How much time do we have left?
What happened in 1066?
Something the matter, Alan?
No, it's just, I can't answer the first question,
Then go on with something you know.
but that's all I know.
Really? Did you study?
Yeah, I studied all night.
Did you study efficiently?
Yes, I even made a list of all the things I needed to study.
This is a desk.
This desk is a mess. I can't work in a mess like this. I'll clean it up and then get to work.
This is a phone.
Oh. Hi, Larry. No, I haven't quite started yet. I had to clean my room.
This is a book.
Flowers of Northern Michigan? Wow, what an interesting book. I'll get to studying in just a minute.
This is a phone.
Oh. Hi, Larry. No, I haven't quite started yet. study break?
Oh, a Tom.
This is a phone.
Oh, hi, Larry. Of course I'm still awake. How's my studying going?
This is a lie.
It's just going great.
A lie.
It's going great.
A lie.
Study, study, study.
A lie.
Oh, a lie.
It's 5 in the morning.
This is a piss.
Alan, this is a test.
Oh, what?
You seem to be daydreaming. Don't you think you should be writing?
Yes, of course. The first question threw me off a bit. That's all.
Glad to hear it.
Now concentrate. How much time do we have left?
Tick.
53
tick,
minutes.
Section 2, true or false. Explain the nature of the universe.
Wait a minute. That's not true or false.
Explain the nature of the universe.
I don't know. Next question.
Athens.
Athens is false.
Renaissance.
True.
Geometry.
False.
112.
True.
Thomas Edison.
True.
Athletic ability.
False.
Biceps.
False.
Facial hair.
False.
Social life.
False. Wait a minute. I have a social life. I've been on dates. I've been on a date.
This is a zit.
Why? Why always before a date?
This is a dance.
Why? I'm a terrible dancer.
This is a hand.
Does her hand always sweat this much?
This is a kiss.
Ah!
This is a faint.
I didn't faint. I just passed out momentarily.
This is a heart.
Go ahead. Break my heart. It's only flesh.
Alan! Are you alright?
Yes. It's just, I don't know. How much time do we have left?
9 minutes.
What? What happened to the last 45?
They passed.
Already?
Oh, hello, Evan.
Yo, teach. Sorry I was late. I was at practice.
No problemo. I'll tell you what, here's a test. You don't really have time to take it, so how about you just look it over and see how you would have done?
Yeah? Yeah, I know them all.
Alright, then. Nicely done. 100% congratulations. I'll see you in class tomorrow.
Wait a minute.
Alan,
He didn't answer the questions.
but he knew the answers.
That's what he told you.
Alan, are you doubting one of the words of one of your classmates?
Well, no.
Evan always gets hundreds, you know that. Besides, it doesn't really matter what Evan gets on his tests anymore.
Why not?
Because he's recently been admitted to
Dun, da, da, da.
the college of his choice.
You were?
Yeah, early decision.
To where?
Majestica University.
Ooh.
I believe that's the college you were going to apply to.
What?
Wasn't it, Alan?
What? How could they let him in already?
Alan, do I detect within you the green, withering voice of envy?
No. Well, yes, of course, but how could they let him in already? It's so early.
I don't want to hear another word about it. Evan has worked hard, and this is his reward.
But it's only October.
Not another word.
But we're only sophomores.
I don't want to hear it. Back to you.
He's only a sophomore, and he's already in a Majestica. I'll never get in there. I'm not a good student or a good athlete. My future is bleak. I don't have any friends. I'm an orphan. Well, I have parents, but they probably don't like me very much. Wait a minute. Snap out of it. Just last week, Mrs. Mendel told me my singing voice had great potential. I always know when life gets rough, I know I have singing to make me feel a little bit special. Mr. Williams?
Yes, Larry.
Mr. Williams, may we have, oh, may we have, oh, may we have. Yes, Mr. Williams, may we have, oh, may we have more paper, please.
Well, of course you may. That looks lovely. And everyone who sings is going to get 10 extra points, extra credit.
Don't pay attention to them. Concentrate. What is the next question?
Question 4. Essay question. 30 points.
Oh, no.
Opinion essay.
Opinion essay? This is a breeze!
This is a breeze.
This is a sneeze.
This is a cheese.
This is Chinese.
Oh, no. Mr. Williams,
Yes.
this essay question.
What about it?
It's in Chinese. I don't speak Chinese.
And why is that?
I've never learned it.
What about last Tuesday?
Last Tuesday. Oh yeah, that's right. I had a dental appointment.
Thought so. We learned Chinese last Tuesday.
The only day I ever miss?
Sorry, Alan, but you know the policy on making up work. I'm sorry, or should I say, ni chak no kuo. Zao,
Valley Henwa.
nema.
Wait, this can't be happening. This is a nightmare.
Kachi.
Ah!
Alan,
Mom?
you fell asleep at your desk. What are you?
I was taking a test and I didn't know any of the answers.
Son, you worry too much.
I know.
I have a surprise for you downstairs.
Cookies?
It's something else.
What?
An envelope.
From who?
Majeska University.
Really?
Congrats! You got in, and we are so proud of you.
Thanks.
Now, how about those cookies?
How about some answers, Alan?
What?
You seem to be daydreaming. You better stop if you want to have a chance of passing this test.
Time's up, and I haven't answered anything.
Have you tried all the questions?
I've skipped some of them.
Then go back to some you know.
All right.
Question 3. Which of Alan Leffeld's shortcomings do you find most annoying? A, the way he shuffles when he walks. B, his poor posture. C, his bad breath. D, his irritating laugh. E, his sloppy attire. Or F, his whiny little voice.
I hate this test! Me too! It's biased, and it's mean! And it's too hard. I can't pick just one of these.
All right, I'll tell you what. Let's strike that one, and just to keep the number of points the same, let's say question 19 is worth twice as much.
Question 19. Who was Saladin?
I know this one! Thank you.
Kafu he.
What?
Kafu he, which translates to what, Larry?
Time's up, Kai-Fu and he.
This concludes our test of your emergency information retrieval system. We now resume our regularly scheduled lives.
Tick, tick.
Ah! This is the end!
Like most of my cases, with a stake through a vampire's heart. But it began when Effie, my overdeveloped secretary with underdeveloped typing skills, pulsated into my office.
You got a letter.
She said, "Why don't you read it to me, Apple Hips?"
Reading ain't part of my job description.
She explained. "Hand me the letter, kumquat cheeks." She did. She's good that way. Thanks, apricot cheeks.
Whatever. If you need anything else, just whistle. You know how to whistle, don't you? You just put your lips together and...
And what?
You're the gumshoe, you figure it out.
I watched her pulsate out of my office and opened the letter. The postmark read, Transylvania. A guy named Van Helsing was dropping a dime to tell me that he needed help.
Dear Mr. Time, I need your help. My name is Abraham Van Helsing. My country has recently suffered a sudden and mysterious shortage of virgins.
The guy sounded desperate.
I'm desperate, Time.
How could I refuse? I mean, I wanted to, but what could I say? It's my job. The name's Time, just in time. I work for the FBI, the Fictional Bureau of Investigation. I handle the toughest, dirtiest cases in English literature. That's right, I'm a fictional detective. So I did what I always do. I cued my saxophone player, slipped on my trench coat, grabbed my fedora, and caught the first train out of town. When I reached Transylvania, I decided to head to the mausoleum. A dive on the wrong side of cemetery road. It was my kind of place. Dark, dank, dingy, damp, decaying, decrepit, dreary, and dismal. Reminded me of a dame I was once crazy about, but that's another story. The mausoleum was full of the normal contingents of hustlers, lowlifes, bottom scrapers, and zombies. I found an open seat.
Well, it isn't just in time.
Igor, I should have known. Long time no see.
What brings you to Transylvania? Time.
The railroad.
Always cracking wise, ain't you? What you doing here?
A guy named Van Helsing told me to meet him here.
Abraham Van Helsing?
Yeah.
Dr. Abraham Van Helsing?
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
I needed to know what Igor knew. And the only way I was going to find out was to put the screws to him. You know this guy. I know you know this guy. You know I know you know this guy. You know I know you know.
All right, I'll tell you. Ted, you passed him on your way in.
Which one of these deadbeats is he?
You got the dead part right.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the cemetery.
You telling me my client's dead? What he died of?
No one knows. One day he's walking around just like you and me. The next day, we are planting him.
I wondered if Van Helsing's death had anything to do with the missing virgins. I wondered if it had anything to do with the letter he wrote me. I wondered what it would be like to get lost in those big blue eyes.
Buy a girl a drink.
Sure thing, honey lips. Igor! Bloody Mary for the little lady, same for me.
Coming up.
Igor's famous for his Bloody Marys.
Really? And what are you famous for?
Not getting involved with dames who ask me what I'm famous for.
2 Bloody Marys.
That's the best Bloody Mary I've ever had.
That's because I make it with real blood.
In that case, I'll have another.
A dame who could drink me under the table. It was love at first sight. From that moment on, we were inseparable. Like 2 peas in a pod, like hot fudge and ice cream, like cherries in a bowl.
Knock off the food analogies and let's get out of here.
Something about Molly made me forget about Van Helsing. Forget about the missing virgins. Forget about a lot of other stuff I can't remember. I took Molly out for a little carriage ride out in the country. Just her and me in the moonlight. Unfortunately, the country we happened to be in was Transylvania. Look, the bridge is out.
Oh, what will we do?
How about that joint up ahead?
You mean that dark, foreboding castle perched precipitously on those jagged rocks being pounded by an angry, merciless sea?
Yeah, that one.
Let's charm it up.
Yes, how may I help you?
The name's Time. Just in time. The doll here calls herself Molly. Any chance we can camp out here until the storm blows over?
I'll check with the master.
Seems like a nice enough fellow.
Yeah, for a gargoyle. For just a second, it was me and Molly. And then,
Good evening.
where did you come from?
Bucharest. I just flew in boy out of my arms time.
Oh, joke.
Joke? I never joke. I have no sense of humor.
Something about the guy gave me the willies. I don't know if it was his slicked back hair, his pale white complexion, or the blood dripping from his fangs.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dracula. Count Dracula.
The name's
Time. Yes, I know.
He knew my name before I even told him. Strange. Very strange. How did you know my name?
Renfield told me.
Oh. Right. It's alright if me and Tasty Toes camp out here until the rain stops.
Mi casa es su casa. The girls will show you to your room, Mr. Time. Girls!
I turned to see 4 skinny broads with pale faces and black hair parted in the middle. If I wouldn't have known any better, I would have thought I'd stumbled into a Cher concert.
Allow me to introduce Mandy, Candy, Brandy, and Martha. Say hello, girls.
Hello, Mr. Time.
Miss Molly, if you will follow me, I will show you to your room.
I followed Martha and the Vandellas down a dark, dank, dingy, damp, decaying, decrepit, dreary, dismal, and depressing corridor. Nice place you got here.
We like it.
I'm sure you will too, if you know what I mean.
Just then, I noticed the red marks on the necks of my escorts.
This is your room, Mr. Time.
It was a cozy little cell furnished with a chair, a desk, a candle, and... Hey, what's with the coffin?
Think of it as a theme room.
Yeah, what's the theme? A quick death?
Oh no, Mr. Time. Not quick.
Just then the girls walked out and locked the door. Hey, Morticia, open up, open up. I was trapped like a rat in a... Well, a rat in something. Come on, open this door.
Oh, Count Dracula, no!
It was Molly's voice echoing down from somewhere in the castle. Twinkle tongue, are you all right?
No, Count, no!
It took me 3 days to pick the lock. When I finally got out, the castle was deserted. I looked everywhere for Molly, but she was gone. So I did what any self-respecting gumshoe does when a dame takes a powder on him. I got drunk. Come on, I'll fight any man in this joint. I woke up a week later in intensive care. The only thing I could hear was the little voice in the back of my head.
What are you doing, Tom? Lying around here feeling sorry for yourself? I'm ashamed to call myself the little voice in the back of your head.
Did I mention it was an annoying little voice?
Some guy stole your day, and you're lying around watching reruns of Oprah. You make me sick.
That little voice was right. I was a gumshoe, a bird dog, a shamus, a bloodhound, a detective. So I unhooked my IVs, disconnected my traction pulleys, removed my body cast, and headed back to the office.
You're back.
What about my back?
I mean, you're back. Here, in the office.
Effie was sharp. She noticed things. Effie, my sweet, gets me everything you can on a guy named Dracula. A few hours later, Effie oscillated in with the info. Anything out of the ordinary, Tangelonese?
Other than the fact that this Count guy was born in the 16th century and he's a vampire, there's nothing out of the ordinary.
Thanks, grapefruit hips. I watched her oscillate out of the office. Returned my eyeballs to the general vicinity of my face and began to thumb through the file. Killed 10,000 people before he was 20. Blah, blah, blah. Lived only on the blood of virgins. So on and so on. Can only be killed with a stake through the heart. The one thing the file didn't tell me was where I could find him. I was at a dead end.
Hey, Detective Boy, why don't you ask yourself some questions? Like, where would you go if you were Count Dracula?
San Francisco.
No.
Rome.
No.
Tokyo.
No. Try. There's no place like.
I almost had it.
How about home? He's heading for Transylvania, you putz.
I've got it. He must be headed for Transylvania.
Why didn't I think of that?
It was midnight when the train finally arrived. I decided to head to the mausoleum for old time's sake.
Long time no see time. Bloody Mary.
Make it a decaf vanilla latte, Igor. I'm off the sauce for good.
One decaf vanilla latte coming up.
Hello, Time.
I didn't see her slide into the stool next to me. And for good reason. She didn't cast a reflection in the mirror. I found that odd.
Buy a girl a drink.
Molly, nothing about her was the same.
About that drink.
Igor!
Yes, master.
You still make your Bloody Marys with real blood.
Top 8. Ow! The wing.
In that case, make it a double.
Coming up.
What brings you here, Time?
The railroad.
No, really, why are you here?
To bring you back. Back to where the sun shines. Back where children laugh. Back where...
Tom! You're making me nauseous. Double Bloody Mary for the lady.
Go back to where you came from, Time. Forget about me.
I'm not leaving without you.
I have to go. The sun is coming up.
Going back to... Yeah. I don't get it. You were the most exciting, most vibrant broad I ever knew. So full of life, so full of fun.
He's in my blood, Time. No, literally, he's in my blood. Goodbye, Time.
I decided it was time to drop in on Dracula. No answer. So I walked around the castle to an open door. There, an elaborately carved casket was slowly opening. There he was, in a perfectly tailored Pierre Cardin tuxedo with a matching cape. You had to hand it to the guy. He really knew how to accessorize.
Good evening. We've been expecting you, Mr. Ty.
I've come for the girl.
Which girl?
Not ghoul, girl.
Oh, which girl?
Time!
Back off, zombie hips. I'm gonna punch this guy's ticket for good.
I'm afraid I cannot be killed, Mr. Ty.
Oh yeah? What about this? This stake's got your name on it. See, right here on the side.
That says Louisville Stubber.
Oh, right. Right here, Dracula. I'm gonna drive this stake right through your heart, bat boy.
I won't let you kill him.
Back away, corpse girl. Then suddenly, the room was full of bats. Really yucky bats. They were tearing at my clothes, ripping at my flesh. Then, there was an open door. At last, I was safe.
we meet again.
Maybe safe was overstating it a bit.
You've become quite an annoyance, Mr. Time. It is time for you to go. Bye-bye. Ah, no! The light! How can this be? The sun's not due up for another hour.
You forgot one thing, Dracula.
What did I forget?
Daylight savings time. No. Fall back. Spring forward.
One last request before you nail me to the wall.
What is it?
Don't nail me to the wall.
Request denied.
I've been waiting a long time for someone to do that.
Who the heck are you?
Abraham Van Helsing.
I thought you were dead.
I was. While I was one of the living dead, you knew me as Renfeld. But now that Dracula is dead, I have once again returned to being the handsome and debonair Dr. Abraham Van Helsing that women want to be with and men want to be.
Oh, Time! Well, hello there.
Molly?
Time, you saved me. How can I ever repay you? Oh, I know. I'm going to devote my whole life to making you happy once we're married, of course.
I never remembered mentioning the M word to Molly. In fact, I've never mentioned the M word to any dame.
We're going to be so happy together. Just you and me in our little cottage with the white picket fence. Just you and me and little Billy and little Jackie and little Patsy and little
Yes, right away. Time, your office, it's urgent. Something about murders in a Rue Morgue.
I've got a job to do, Lemoniers.
Take me with you.
Someday you'll understand.
But what about now?
Here's looking at you, kid.
Time, what will I ever do without you?
You'll do what every other dame does. Suffer. So about these murders, how many are we talking?
None.
But the phone call.
Oh, that was just my secretary reminding me of a meeting.
I don't get it.
I was just returning a favor.
Favor?
Those young girl was quite a beauty. You are not one to be tied down by just one woman. And little Billy and little Jack.
You just saved my life!
Time, you forgot your... Oh, it's you. We're going to be so happy together. Just you and me and little...
Igor!
Jackie and little
Yes,
Jackie.
master. Do me a favor and drive this stake through my heart.
Well, hello there.
Ready, Becca? Look what they've done to my song. Look what they've done to my song. It's the only thing I can do half right. It's turning out all wrong. Look what they've done to my song. Look what they've done to my brain. Look what they've done to my brain. Yeah, they picked it like a chicken bone. I think I'm half insane. Look what they've done to my brain. I wish I could find a book to live in. I wish I could find a good book. Ooh, yeah, if I could find a real good book, I'd never have to come out and look at. Look what they've done to my song. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. If the people are all You will be rich someday, Ma. Look what they've done to my soul. Look what they've done to my soul, Ma. Look what they've done to my soul. Yeah, they tied it in a plastic bag and they shook me upside down, Ma. Look what they've done to my soul. Look what they've done to my soul. I've been trying to do it right. I've been living the lonely life. I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed. Sleeping in my bed.
So show me family, and all the blood that I will bleed. I don't know where I belong, I don't know where I went wrong, but I could write a song.
I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart.
I don't think you're right to care. Think of what we might have been if you
Took a bus to Chinatown, I'd be standing on Canal in Bowery. She'd be standing next to me. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart.
in love, we need it now.
Let's hope for some, 'cause oh, we're bleeding out. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart.
Oh, Hansel, what a lovely day.
Yes, besides the fact that our mother was killed and our father remarried a wicked woman who claims we eat too much and thus sends dear old daddy into the forest. Other than that, it's perfect.
Oh, Hansel, look. Here, I have brought these breadcrumbs that I have been dropping, thus assuring us we'll find our way back.
Oh, Gretel, you are truly a wonderful sister.
Thanks.
Unfortunately, you're not a very smart one. Look! Look! The birds are eating all of your breadcrumbs!
Oh, Crumb.
Hansel,
And Gretel.
a children's story, or so it seems on the surface, but underneath, the implications are
They're mind-boggling.
stupefying.
And definitely
Open to interpretation.
by Ken Bradbury.
Look! There's a house made of candy. Let's eat that.
Before dinner?
We are victims of neglect.
We can do as we please.
You're right. Oh, look, Hansel! Over there! A wicked witch! She's tying you up. She's throwing you in the cage to fatten you, and she's nearly blind.
Never fear, Gretel, for each day I shall stay. This chicken bone! How out of the cage when she comes to feel my finger, for she says she shall throw me in the oven when I get fat enough.
Oh no, Hansel! Now she wants me to stick my head into the oven to see if it's hot enough. But I shall ask her to stick her head in, Hansel.
Good thinking, Gretel.
Oh, there, she is dead.
End of story.
Hooray!
But since it's also a rather dull story, let us suppose this untidy tale was a murder mystery. It was a cool Friday in the forest. I was working day watch as a homicide agent. My name's Hansel. I'm a cop. Name?
Gretel,
Who's the dead bride?
a witch.
Witch?
Witch?
Great. How'd she die?
I killed her.
You killed her with what?
An oven.
An oven? You hit her over the head with an oven?
I shoved it in. I cooked her.
Oh, great. That's another 934. That's the third witch cooking I've had this week.
This ain't no copycat crime, officer. It was my own idea. She deserved it.
Most witches do. Got any witnesses?
My brother Hansel over there, the one holding the chicken bone.
You do that often?
Sort of a hobby.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to take you down to the station.
Whatever you say.
These breadcrumbs yours I found in the forest.
Oh, great. But what about...
Bible! Whoa, I mean that witch is mean.
How mean is she?
You kick her in the heart, you break your toe.
That's me.
That's me. She once dated a warlock with a wooden leg.
What happened?
She got mad and she ripped it off.
That's me.
That's mean and ugly. When she was born, her father went down to the zoo and threw rocks at the store.
That's ugly.
That's ugly. But she has everything a man would love.
Really?
Yes, bulging muscles and a mustache.
Oh, that's ugly.
That's ugly. I said, hey, is that your face or did you block a cake?
That's ugly.
That's ugly. But at least she's not two-faced.
Really?
Yeah, she had two. Do you think she wear that one?
Probably. But it's also tedious.
Quite. I think English drawing room comedy would be much more suitable. Gretel, darling.
Yes, Hansel.
I do hate to be a bother, but could you mind giving me a witchy the old chapeau?
I beg your pardon.
Oh, I know it's rather dreary and considering the heat, but perhaps you could nudge her a bit towards the old hot box, eh?
Oh, you're always the clever one, aren't you, Hansel? Here, how about a spot of tea before we do the dirty deed?
Dashing. Oh, I say, the old gal seems to be pulling me towards the rotisserie. Bit of an inconvenience, don't you think?
Not at all, Hansel. You've spilled your tea.
Oh dear, Mummy won't be too happy. I say it's beginning to warm up, what?
Should I open a window?
Oh no, don't fret yourself, it's my problem. I don't suppose you could spare a moment. I seem to be roasting.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's my problem. Well, as they say, ashes to ashes. Say goodbye to dearest Daddy, won't you?
Of course.
Well, that seems to be it. Ta-ta, Gretel.
Cheers. Unlimited possibilities.
All a trifle unsatisfying. Unless
Yes.
the soap opera. You killed her.
Alright.
You killed her. Dirk and Dana told me I couldn't trust you.
But she was about to kill you.
Don't lie to me. As soon as I found out about Shannon's amnesia and that I was her long-lost brother, ran a Facebook in New York while I was staying at Star and Darren's.
That was Bo and Derek.
Who told you?
Mark, Shanna.
Not Luke and Jessica.
Not according to Abby and Bo.
Not according to Kevin and Melinda.
Not, I thought it was Kevin and Ross.
No, so it's not Candy and Aunt?
I really hate this. Can we stop?
Yeah, let's stop.
Witchy dear with the pot so hot, you're the meanest witch I ever did spot. Witchy in the forest, he's a Hansel and a Gretel. Tricks him and grabs him and throws him in the kettle.
Work! It's so shallow.
Meaningless.
We must go deeper. Deeper into the meaning of the piece.
Hansel,
Yes, Gretel?
that bread, the bread that I scattered along the path, it's like, I don't know what came over me. It's like I wanted
I understand.
I wonder what he meant by, I understand. Just because I'm a woman, he feels threatened by me. I know he does. I knew you would.
I knew you would. What is that supposed to mean? It's all about control. That's all she wants, control. Doesn't she know that it's part of my male need to keep my feelings to myself? When you take away our feelings, we have nothing left. Thank you.
Thank you? What's he want? Everything's a ploy with him. A gimmick. He uses words like a tool. If he can't dominate, then there's nothing left of him. How am I ever supposed to discover who I truly am when I'm stuck under his male need to be in charge of every situation? Stop! Oh,
Thank you? What could that mean?
it's over.
Oh, good.
So the story ends with,
One dead witch, 2 hyperactive children overdosed on sucrose, an oven that can't be used for cooking anymore, and a father who still has a lot of explaining to do.
I'm satisfied.
Unbelievable.
But open to interpretation. And that's why we call it theater. Ta-da!
Okay, Rose. Yes, Jim, trust me. Yes, Jim. Close your eyes. Now step up on the rail. Spread your arms out. Rose, open your eyes. Oh, Jack, Jack, I'm flying.
This movie is so beautiful, but I'm alone. No one will ever love me like that. I don't even deserve this ice cream. Yes, I do.
Incoming, take cover! No, they're dead. They're all dead and I'm alone. I've been outside of my house in 3 days. My blood is now 20% mix of Mountain Dew and Red Bull. And it's awesome!
You see, something has gone terribly wrong with the socialization process, but I'm here to help you.
Are you my fairy godmother? Use the cheat codes! I need the cheat codes!
Stop out of it, both of you! It's time to live in the real world, and you both need a lot of help with love.
Well, how do I find a guy? And how do I find a guy? I mean a woman.
Well, it's not as easy as you might think.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. But seriously, guys, what is love?
It's heartbreak. He's the reason for the teardrops of my heart. It's obsession.
If I was your boyfriend, I'd never let you go. I could take you places you ain't never been before. I got money on my hands that I really like. Sweat on you. Sweat.
It's jealousy.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you?
Find out what happens when two people find each other and fall crazily and madly in love.
In Crushed by Dawn's Lightest, 2 lost souls are shown what not to do in order to help them fall in love, but things can get kind of tricky.
Especially with the possibility of being crushed.
By Dawn's Lightest.
Well, let's just take a moment and show you how not to do it. Lesson 1, desperation.
This is such a great date.
Yeah.
You're so awesome. I love watching you sometimes in math class. You're always doing like math and stuff. It's so cool. One time, I thought of you for 10 hours in a row. Do you think you love me yet? Oh, do you like the color teal? Because I was thinking of the color teal for our bridesmaids dresses. And we can have an ice sculpture. And even if I die, I'll love you forever. Now turn from the grave. I'll never ever leave you.
I gotta go. It's not just girls that can be desperate either.
Okay, close your eyes. I have a surprise for you. Okay, open them.
Oh, you drew that of me?
Okay, now close your eyes again.
Something else?
Okay, open them.
Is that a sculpture of me?
I'm keeping it, by the way. Yeah, I just wanted to show you. Okay, now close your eyes again. Okay, open them.
What is that?
It's a doll. Made of your hair. See? Last year, when I sat behind you in English, I would carefully pluck from your head. And then I bring it home with me. And so when I had enough, I made this doll. It was such a comfort to me on the days you didn't know I existed. I just hold it and... Drop some of your fingernail clippings.
Hold on. Lesson 2, what not to do if they're into someone else.
Oh, Tom, these have been the happiest months of my life.
Mine too, Maggie. Mine too.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Brenda.
What's up?
We're sharing a special moment.
You know what would be a great special moment? What? If you broke up. Did I say that out loud? I didn't mean it. Go ahead, carry on.
Do you want something, Brenda?
Nope, don't. Don't.
Did you just say dump her?
No. I said I was going to the dump later. You know, where you get rid of things you don't want anymore? Things that are ugly and disgusting. Well, see you later.
What?
I made brownies, Tom.
I bake brownies too.
No one asked you.
No one likes you.
We gotta go.
Call me.
Lesson 3, what not to do if they have parents.
Dad, I'm home.
Hi, April. Hey there, Puddin'.
Dad, what's Bryce doing here?
Honey, what if I told you that we've agreed that you should date Bryce?
I plan to court you. I've just gotten permission from your father.
He's just so darn polite.
Allow me to present you with this packet of crushed jasmine. When you sniff it, you will think of me.
Crushed jasmine, that's awesome.
Take your hand.
No.
Ooh, she's playing hard to get.
I've composed a poem for you.
Oh man, ladies love poetry.
Your name is the same as the month you were born in. I love you like a dolphin loves its dorsal fin. Your hair is long. It smells like lemonade. Your beauty explodes my insides like a hand grenade. Scattering the remnants of my eternal organs like a rain of love.
This is gross.
Then we shall compose of a new poem together.
You had me at lemonade.
Dad, I don't like Bryce. He's weird. I'm leaving.
Do you have any other daughters?
So let me get this straight. Don't be desperate, don't be a friend, don't involve parents. So I guess I should just be sensitive. My friends tell me girls like guys who are sensitive.
Lesson 3, don't be sensitive.
So what did you think of the movie?
It was beautiful. The part where they get together in the end.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's just movies like that remind me there's beauty in the world. You just let it into your soul.
So where do you want to go eat?
Let's go to Olive Garden.
And now?
I just remembered our first date was at the Olive Garden. We were so young.
That was last month.
I have to give you this.
You adopted a starving third world child.
It has your eyes. I'll help him just 49 cents a day. I'm keeping him alive. It's my way of giving back to the world. Supporting life.
What now?
I just realized I'll never be a mother. I just want to get in touch with my feminine
I
side.
don't want you to be in touch with your feminine side. I don't want you to have a feminine side at all. I want you to crush soda cans on your forehead and make gross jokes with your friends. I want you to be a totally unfeeling rock of a human being with no inner depth whatsoever. That's what I want.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that hurts my feelings.
Well, that pretty much summarizes what not to do.
But how can I attract a girl?
How can I attract a guy?
Let's start with your facial expressions. Studies show that women view men who are haughty and arrogant to be more attractive.
What? That can't be true.
Have you ever seen a poster for Twilight? Watch as I demonstrate. Ugh, total loser. Yeah. Hey there, hottie. And it's a complete opposite for women. Ooh, crazy cycle. Yeah. Gorgeous. The biological implications are obvious. Women want to be with a man who's going to dominate the tribe and bring her things like diamond rings, expensive cars, and mansions in Florida. And men want to be with a woman who isn't crazy. So are you ready for your first date?
Hi. I've been looking forward to this day so much.
I have no feelings.
That's great. I love that you have no feelings. I mean, I don't love it. I'm not getting, like, clingy or anything.
I don't care what anyone else thinks.
That's wonderful. I mean, you know what I mean, right?
What are we talking about?
Why are you listening to me?
It's infuriating.
You're doing great. Go in. Yeah.
I'm going to completely ignore you now and spend time on my smartphone chatting with girls better looking than you. I don't care about your feelings. I don't have any of my own. When I get hit with things, I don't cry.
I'm so attracted to you right now.
No!
Actually, I'm attracted to you right now, too.
What are you doing?
Why are we pretending? I'm not happy all the time.
And I'm not an arrogant, emotionless jerk. I have a lot of feelings.
Me too.
In fact, I cried at the end of Titanic.
I cried at the beginning of Titanic.
I'm not afraid of commitment.
I'm clingy and stalkerish.
Two last girls I dated took out restraining orders against me.
That's great.
I love you!
How many kids do you want to have?
17. Or 2.
Okay.
I'd give it about a week.
I bet Abby did a great job. Oh, you're going to do this live?
It's very, yeah, and you don't have one.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know how to calculate. So, what sound? It sounded like one of those. Okay, that's what I always want. Stop on tomorrow. Yeah, we can. Thank you. Everything is. I think I asked you all the questions that I was supposed to ask you, but I was thinking about that. That if people get inside and they miss this eclipse, that's not. Well, one kind of
Yeah. Well,
Well, you can be outside. Anyway, I'll see you later. All right, we'll see you this week. Okay. Yeah, we do. Okay. It works. I mean, I've had guys get so good. It's like at some point we will be making
It's not like, so you're done, eh?
for the summer.
For the summer.
Did I ever tell you that Dana and I did that?
Yes, you did.
We were kind of talking again. I'm so dumb.
Mistake.
Yeah. And like she had talked like sort of about her feelings and then he didn't say anything response after way and then so like next week I'm like, I need to know if I'm losing my response, is there any chance that us getting back together? He's like, honestly no. He's like, through our breakup and everything and I just realized like when I want to marry someone and when I marry that person, my number one priority is